What is going on, guys? JV3 Customs here. So what I have is a two custom minifigures, actually, which I've never really done before. I've only showcased one figure in each of my videos, so this is going to be something new for me. And I do a lot of new stuff on my channel. So yeah. So I have a odst and a Spartan, which this Spartan looks like it can mow down an army of Spartans because it has a machine gun and he is all bloody. So let's get on to these two figures. So first we're going to start off with the most beaten up figure right here. And this is the odst. And I made a special stand for both of them, which is really cool, and I really like the stand. And it's basically just a desert theme stand. So yeah, he's got a shotgun right here as his weapon, but he actually has two weapons because he has the regular odst weapon right here, which is painted in the same color as the figure is. Come on, focus. And yeah, it's also got a skull right there, which I do kind of do now, but it is not the best one I have done. The best one is, for some reason, every time I do something new, it's always the first one that is the best. When I always do something a second time, I do it wrong, which is kind of weird for me. So yeah, it's kind of weird because I have this huge, ginormous lamp here, and yeah, on the camera it might show that it's white, but it's actually sort of an orange color. Let's see what it looks like if I turn it off. Yeah, it's a little bit darker if I turn it off. So let's go ahead and turn that thing back on. So yeah, I did use some tiny tactical stuff, and so I'll go ahead and point out those details as my figure decides to jump off his base stand or display stand. So let me get something to point out the details. So he's got a walkie-talkie right here. Here, hold on, let me move the lamp over a little bit. So he's got a walkie-talkie right there, as well as a pouch right there. And the pouch is really cool. I really like what I did with the pouch because it makes his legs just look so much better and not as plain, because it sort of makes the legs a little bit more bulky, and the figure is totally bulky but the legs are not. So then I decided to add that on there to make it just make the figure better. So yeah, he's got these bullet holes. I really should have edited my first video before I started this one. So I'm gonna have a bunch of videos on my camera roll. So my figure doesn't like, guess he doesn't like the audience. Okay, he has, I'm gonna hold him. So he has a couple bullet holes there, which is really nice. I did use this right here, which is a bit bent, but I went in there and decided to just do that. And I did 3 of them. The third one is like in there. So yeah, that's really nice. I love how I did that. But and the Nightfall, the movie Nightfall, this is like their oxygen pack right here. So if it gets shot, it gets damaged, it's just done oxygen. But I think of it as armor. I don't think of it as oxygen, because I mean, what else planet are they gonna be on besides Reach? I mean, not Reach and the Halo rings, because the Halo rings are safe to breathe on, and as well as Reach. I guess Reach is sort of our planet Earth, but just with a different name. I don't know. I don't really know the history of. I do know the history of Halo, but I don't really understand some of it. So let's get we got that out of the way. So he's got some pouches. Let's get onto the figure once again. So he's got some pouches right there, and that's made out of cardboard. I can't talk today. So he's got 2 of them, and that's actually what I used before. I used the tiny tactical stuff, which is more accurate, but I used that and decided to put them on there. So I still have that on there right there, and that on the other side, but the bullets, not bullets, I forgot what they're called. So we'll just call them shotgun shells. There we go. Alright. So yeah, he's got shotgun shells for this. So his original weapon was this weapon, and I'll go ahead and show off this one before we get on to that one. So this one was his original weapon, but I decided to give him a shotgun because, I mean, he has shotgun shells on his arm, so why don't we do that? So I'm probably spending way too much time on this figure, but yeah, we got the shotgun, which is the same color painted, which is also has the little skull there. So we have the sights, which is painted in a silver color. So yeah, the whole figure is painted in a black, which I then did a brown color to make it more deserty, and yeah, I did that with the walkie-talkie and the pouch. So yeah, the backpack is really cool because it has a skull on the back, as well as it paints it in the same color as the figure. He also has the skeleton hands, which I did say I was going to make more accurate on every figure. So yeah, he has the 4 and 5 fingers right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Alright. So yeah, well, I guess that's pretty much it for this figure. And let's move on to the second figure. I spent 7 minutes on this figure, so it's probably going to be more than 10 minutes on this video. So here is the other figure. So he's really cool. I did use the same technique. Oh, as my figure falls down, as this other stand here. So yeah, his weapon is a minigun, which I did also give him a secondary weapon, which this is actually his primary weapon, and that's like his secondary. But this guy is a beast. He looks like he can mow down an army of Spartans, like just mow them down, like. So yeah, he's got the skeleton hands, which is really nice. He also has the skeleton on the front there, and he also has the other skeleton hands on the other side. So like I said, he does have the thumb in there. I'm not going to move his hands out of the way, but I will move the machine gun out of the way because it's probably blocking the rest of the figure. So he has blood on his stand, which I just decided to add on there because his boots is all bloody and stuff because he like stepped in a puddle of blood. So I don't have a backstory or a name for any of these figures, so you guys would be so kind to leave in the comments below to I will try to pick out the best name for these figures. So yeah, he's got the little pipe there, which is actually made out of wire. His mask is really cool. That is it's got like skeleton on it. It's really, really, really cool. I did a great job on it. Well, at least I think I did. So his head is a oh, I completely forgot to show this guy's head, but oh well, I'll probably show it on the end of the video. So he's got his little eyebrow shave there, which is a really cool idea that I had on there. And these guys are all covered in scars and on their heads. So he's got his eyebrow shave there, which is it's pretty. I liked doing that. I basically took my X-Acto and just shaved off the printing. So his knee pads are clay. I did use my X-Acto once again, and I just put indents in the figure to make it look more realistic. So this figure was originally a grayish color, and then I decided to make him all browny and stuff. My main focus was not to make him just be a brown color like this figure was. This figure, his primarily color is a brownish, and I wanted it to be like that. But this was a gray color, and I wanted it to stay like a gray color, and then I just did a brown dry brush. So yeah, I did a brown dry brush, and then I did a blood dry brush, which as you can see is a little blue in there. There's some blue in there. So yeah, I'm starting to use some like keyboards or whatever it's called for my figures. But this was an older figure, and I'm probably not going to do that on any of the other figures. Any future figures, unless it is like a alright. It's just like a mechanical figure. So yeah, he's got a black stripe all the way on the head right there. So yeah, it's kind of scraping off, but that's alright because this figure is torn up. So yeah, he has his skeleton hands in there. Let me get him back on his stand. And there is some blue in there to represent the alien blood that is splattered all over this figure. He does have little tally marks on his head there. He also has a ghillie, not a ghillie, I forgot what they're called, but he has that on there as well as the other figure there. So yeah, these are completely sculpted by clay, and I used some of my older figures, but I threw all those older figures away because there was no need for them to be just sitting around. Alright, so so that's pretty much it for the figure. Now we're going to move on to his gun. His gun is assault rifle, which is really cool because it has a blade on the front, which is actually really sharp. And I did make that out of plastic as well. And I did use the same technique and dry brushing on this weapon. And I did use the skull right there, like I do have on this minigun. So the minigun is it was originally a Brick Arms minigun that I got from this crate here. Right here, it was a Night Stalker minigun, and you guys could have paused there to see what the rest of the name was, and then I used used some plastic to make it look like it was the Halo Reach turrets, and then I did make this a triangle because it was originally a circle, so I sanded that down to make it look like a triangle, and yeah, these are like the little pads to protect that. So that's pretty much it for this video. So let's go ahead and wrap up this video. So that is it for this video. And yeah, like I said, I was gonna show his face right here, and this is both of their faces are a clone trooper face that I'd love to use. And like I said, these guys are all covered in scars as well. So let's get this to focus here. Come on. Come on. Alright. So yeah, he has his little beard, and then I used some scars. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is JB Type 3 Customs signing off.